sleeker, smarter, louder and faster. Meet the 2018 Ford Mustang.
The Blue Oval's iconic pony car has been given a major upgrade just 2 years after going on sale in Australia for the first time as an official Ford model. The looks have been sharpened up with a new lower bonnet and LED headlights at the front and quad exhaust pipe tips at the rear.
One area that's had a lot of attention paid to it with the update is the interior, which came in for a lot of criticism on the old model because it had, to be blunt, a lot of fairly cheap, hard plastic inside. There's still a little bit, but overall they have worked to soften up the touch points. So the steering wheel, for example, has got a bit more give to it. This plastic on the door is now softer, and there's some other sort of nicer design touches to give it a bit more premium feel, including a new 12.14-inch digital dashboard that's adjustable for the actual dials and all the colors. It's another one of those high-tech updates to give it just a more premium feel.
Under the bonnet, the 5-litre V8 has been given a tweak to up performance to 339 kilowatts of power and 556 newton meters of torque. It's still available with a 6-speed manual transmission as standard, or a new 10-speed automatic. There's also a new active exhaust system with 4 settings: quiet, normal, sport and racetrack, to ensure the V8's bark matches its bite.
Now, Ford has let us experience this new Mustang both on the roads of South Australia, but also here at The Bend, Australia's newest motor racing circuit. And it's out here where you can really experience the Mustang for what it is. You can really unleash the big V8. But I gotta say, I'm actually quite impressed by what they've done. Usually these midlife updates can be, a bit more style than substance, but Ford has done a really good job in sharpening up the Mustang, because let's be honest, the old model was a little bit of a blunt instrument. This one though just feels tighter, it turns sharper. Everything about it has been just massaged that little bit. It runs the new optional magnetic suspension, which is adaptive, although to be honest, the choices are stiffest, because it is quite an uncompromising ride, and it's not really tailored to Australia's quite patchy roads. But that suspension, coupled with the new Michelin Pilot Sport 4 tyres and some other updates to the suspension components, means it does feel a lot sharper when you turn in and try and have some real fun both on the road and on the track. But the thing that's perhaps impressed me most of all is this 10-speed auto, because your first thought is, what on earth do you need that many gears? But the reality is it's actually a really well-suited gearbox to this engine. So many ratios it could be mistaken for thinking it's going to jump around and be a bit awkward at times, but it actually knows what it wants to do, what ratio it wants to be in when, and it runs along quite smoothly indeed. But it's also quite reactive. If you put it into these sporty, more dynamic modes, it will change around. Like on the freeway, for example, it'll cruise along in 10th gear, no worries, just ticking over. But if you step on it, it'll immediately jump down up to 4 or 5 gears. It can go all the way from 10th. I've had it go from 10th to 6th today, just to give you that real shoving it back when you need that extra acceleration. So Ford has really focused on the areas that needed work on the Mustang, and the result is a much better car.
Ford has also added more standard gear on top of the digital dashboard and the improved interior. Autonomous emergency braking, lane keeping assist and adaptive cruise control are all now included on the GT. However, it only scores a 3-star ANCAP safety rating. Prices have risen too in line with the new equipment, with the GT starting at $62,990 for the manual and $65,990 for the automatic. But it's a much improved proposition over the old model, and while the Mustang may still be trading on its heritage, it has been given a 21st century update.